It's a shame some of this stuff.
Hello and good evening, guys, and welcome to The Truth Behind the Truth. First of all, at the top of the show, let me apologize. We are running way behind today. Not because of you guys, okay?
It is because of y'all.
It is, yeah, because y'all keep pushing us back, throwing us around, all that. No, but
the world that we work in, we have
traffic,
to deal with,
traffic and life and all that, But we're gonna dig into some of that tonight. I want to bring you guys aware of, or say, welcome to our second version of the where do we go from here? Where we are now,
we are now, sequel.
Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here?
And I think that is absolutely. Oh, Charles, good evening. How are you, sir?
Hey, Charles. How you
I'm
doing?
good. I'm good.
Good. I think that that is appropriately said, guys. And if you see me looking, I'm getting y'all logged on social media. It's kind of apropos to wherever you have voted or the way you see yourself coming out of this election. Okay. We purposely are not talking about that man that will soon be in the y'all so-called whoever will be in the he ain't gonna be mine, because if we go in the direction we want, we'll be broadcasting from somewhere in Canada. So I'm just saying, all right, we ain't about to
undisclosed place,
in an undisclosed location. I totally agree, because each and every day, week of the week, we are finding out more and more of exposure that's happening. I mean, it is very disappointing, disheartening to see
people normalize this craziness.
Normalizing these behaviors that are out here. I mean, let me welcome Charles first, then we'll get into that. So then we'll dive in. But Charles, how you doing, brother?
I'm here. That's all I can say.
All right, but it's good to see you here. We wouldn't want to see the other side of here, so you could be here there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But we're glad to see you on this side of here. All right.
Yeah.
It was a horror. All right. Darnell should be joining us soon. This traffic in LA has just been a nightmare today, and trying to get from one point to another. That's why we're coming on a little bit late.
To get to their families on Thanksgiving.
I guess.
Those who don't have to work as hard as others get a vacation.
Right.
Get a whole week vacation.
Or longer.
Did y'all see that interview? But with the girl that played the lead in Players Club. Did you see that, Charles?
Which one?
Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray?
Y'all know she went off. She didn't go off. She was just talking about the fact that she wanted a man that she didn't have to stress out. She wanted a man on the very same playing field as her tax bracket and all that. But also she said she didn't want a man whose vacation was not only on the weekends. She wanted a man who could take vacations every week almost, who had the freedom to take vacations like that. I ain't mad I ain't mad at that. I just wish we all could do that.
True.
I wish we all as Americans could do that,
right.
But all of us are not as fortunate, but it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, we're not working towards that, but
I don't know about that anymore. with this new allegiance to this man, I don't know we're gonna be able to be on the same playing field. Do you agree, Charles?
No, I think it's gonna be quite a journey.
It is going to be a journey.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I mean, we have him supporters on, I think if you're on the show tonight, and thank you guys for taking the time out to view
on this truth behind the truth.
On the truth behind the truth, and what we evolved to, especially on this show, we did have collective opinions during the election period, of course, and who we decided to vote for, and others did not, and it's not an argumentative point. More people made it become an argumentative point, as life went on. Just because you disagree does not, warrant argumentation. because it's not going to change the viewpoint of those individuals.
And there's nothing to argue about. We're going to agree to disagree. Like you know, it's just the fact that I'm not going to sit here and debate you over what you think is best for your life.
Right.
I just know that I just need to be aware of the type of person that you are, and to protect myself from that type of person that you're trying that you think that is that, you know. I'm just saying, you gotta stay woke. And that's in these times, woke means something totally too progressive for people. But I believe in being woke because I gotta protect myself.
Right.
I have to. I ain't gonna sit here walking around blindly thinking that we all kumbaya and you have this agenda of taking freedom away from me. Freedom that somebody else at least fought hard for me to have, and now all of a sudden that you disagree with it, now it's got to be oppressed. It's got to be eradicated. I can't kumbaya with anybody like that. So there is no argument. There is no debate. I don't need to debate. I just need to keep it pushing.
Okay.
So, you know, if this is what you believe, that's great. I just need you to stay far, far, far away from me, because we can, you know, I can work, but there is nothing there. I'm sorry. I believe in this divorce train. We gotta divorce our families. You gotta divorce some people because how can you kumbaya with anybody who vote against your marriage, or vote against your Medicaid, or vote against your, you know, you get something from the what do? You get something from the Army, right?
Like,
for the military, on my disability,
disability and all that stuff. That they're trying to eradicate that stuff because that's to them is
those are handouts.
Debt. Well, no, it's causing too much debt.
They said those are handouts. We shouldn't be getting all that, but we paid into it. We shouldn't be getting it.
Right. You know, I mean, that's the philosophy behind it all. But here's my thing. I think we left this as a point on the last show that we said to the audience. If you care to, you know, we want to hear from you. Number one, the number on the screen. You can feel free to call in. If we can grab your call into the show, you know, and give us your comment. You know, that point we'll voice it that it is a call in directly. The number on the screen 213-358-5553. If we can grab it while we're talking, we'll turn to, or you can text that line as well, okay, and provide your comment. We did throw the question out there last week. It's like, we just honestly want to know, if you voted for the guy, what was your reasons? Okay, and are you beginning to see any change in terms of the possibilities, the reason why you voted for them? Okay,
well, you ain't in there yet.
But I know, But you know, I think the rest of the world is trying to get prepared for that. You know, whether it, you know, hey, there's a lot to happen between now and January 20th. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, so. I vowed that, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm not attacking the choice, but I want to say to those that made that choice, be ready for the responsibility of what will happen and what didn't happen the way you thought it should be happening. Okay, because there is a lot of indication that the things are going to be going in a lot of different directions, and I think a lot of people made decisions economically, you know, and thinking that it's going to be an economic switch, you know, for you, you know, somehow. But let me just help you understand this a little bit. There's no way in the world that that this person will come down your personal street in an armored car throwing you out bags of money. Okay, I'm sorry, that ain't gonna happen. Okay, as I have said with discussions with other people, if you were not managing your money prior to this election, it ain't gonna get any better if you start managing it right now. Okay, if you don't have a plan, which we talked about last week, for your life, for your family, I would suggest you start getting one. Whether I'm wrong and out in left field, okay, I may be wrong and out in left field, but I don't think I am. But at least you have got something in place that when things may or may not allegedly go to the direction that you think that it should, okay,
go to hell.
I'm just hoping and praying that they get rid. I'm just hoping and praying that they get rid of Obamacare.
Oh no, you know that's you get rid of Obamacare. You'd be inside.
Y'all get what I'm trying to get at, right?
I'll take the Affordable Care Act. I'll keep that.
Oh yeah.
Well, no. Well, that too. They got to get rid of Obamacare first, right? You got to get rid of Obamacare. That there is no connection. So if they get rid of Obamacare, then, you know.
as those people on Jon Stewart say, I'll keep Affordable Care Act, but I don't want that Obamacare.
Right.
That's just
Okay. You know,
it's out there. It's still out there. We gotta get rid of it.
Right.
The Obamacare gotta go. It's gotta go. Even though we know what it really is, though, but we gotta, for those in the back room that still don't get it, we just hope and pray that it do go away for you. I pray that it go away for them. I pray that it goes really away so they can start paying those high costs.
I'm just saying, I'm just telling the universe to do its job. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, hey, dude, I'm putting it out there.
Prayers too loosely used nowadays. At the end of the day, you pray for everything. You ain't got a job. You pray and you go back to bed, right? Okay. You ain't. I'm going to pray, get a job, and I'm going back to bed, wait for it to come and knock it on my door. Okay, all right. Good luck with that one. So prayer is very useful now. I'm just gonna say, look, you know what our posture has been, Charles. We said that last week and before. My posture right now for the next year or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna do like Whoopi's character in The Color Purple said when she was bringing the food up to Sugar Avery in the room. And she slid the food in the room, and she squunched down by the side of the step, and she said she's just gonna sit here and see what the wall gonna look like. Okay, so that's my posture. I'm just gonna sit back and look to see what the wall gonna look like.
Well, I can't wait till Huckabee gets over there towards. Did y'all hear on the world news that Netanyahu? I won't call him Netanyahu.
Yeah, that's okay.
Netanyahu. But they're gonna jail him in other countries.
BB. Yeah, they're trying to throw BB in jail. They say he's a war criminal.
Yeah, they're gonna jail him in other countries. But then you have Biden and them talking about not only Biden, but you have people within the Republicans that they want to sanction those countries that want to jail this guy.
Okay.
But the saddest thing about this situation is though, Huckabee. Now he's so crazy. This man is such an evangelical. He thinks that there is no such thing as a West Bank. There's no such thing as a settlements. He believed that Israel, if it wanted to, it's their property. They own. They are the rightful people. They are the chosen people.
Who? The Israel? I mean, Israel is the chosen people?
Yeah, the chosen people. The Jews are the chosen people. So they have every right to go over there and do what they're doing. But
so he said. I'm sorry. He believes that as an evangelical.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's
so my question is: so what does the Christian feel in? But that's okay. That's a whole other conversation. I like your look there, Charles. Like, okay,
the Judeo-Christian, right to support Israel over Palestine.
I'm not challenging you. I'm just challenging the status quo. So,
but they voted for this.
I know.
The people who wanted Gaza to have some form of peace, they set out the vote. So I can't feel bad.
Okay.
Because those people decided that Kamala was complicit in her stance. That she was not going to do nothing, that this man was going to do something. So
Trump said he won't Netanyahu to bomb him out. So I don't care what he do. Just he can bomb him today.
Chosen the right person for the job, Mr. Huckabee. Huckabee is gonna go over there and turn it out for the Christians and for the Israel. He's gonna be over there making it known that Israel have every right to blow the hell up out of Palestine, and Gaza, and I don't know how to feel it. I don't have no ways out about that. I don't.
There is so much unpacking right there. You know what I'm saying? And what you're saying. That's what, Charles, if you don't mind, we'll forego the break on this one. Okay. Well,
but I didn't
probably at the halfway point. Hold on. We'll probably go for break on the half point, so we can just stay in the flow. Okay. Don't worry about it. This one. You just got so much.
I don't support violence, but I didn't support the fact that they set out the vote. You set out the vote for this.
Okay, let's dissect what you said, because we can't spend a whole lot of time. We got a lot to talk about, but let's dissect what you just said. Okay, Charles, you want to take it first, and I'll go from there.
I'm speechless, man. I've been following and blocking people for the last almost a week now. If you say the word Trump, well, you can go, I block you. I'm gone.
Don't say anything.
So you say, I go clip block.
Don't say anything. This is that person. I mean, I'm taking Whoopi's stand right now because I'm just sitting back. Like I said, I'm sitting back to see what the wall gonna look like. All right.
They talking about these evangelicals they want to consider him like Jesus. And I keep saying, so now you got a man who's convicted of rape or sexual assault, I should say. I'm sorry. Convicted of fraud, just all kinds of heinous crimes. Can't even do a nonprofit anymore. He's been banned for that for 2 years. But he's the man that Christians want. He's their guy.
See, oh God, this is so much to unpack. So much unpack. You open up a can when you talk about Israel and all this other type of stuff. So we have people, and Charles and I, and all of us can contest that. Number one, y'all don't read. Okay, y'all don't understand history. Y'all don't understand the history of Jerusalem. You don't understand the history. All y'all do is look at what somebody told you across the damn pulpit, and that's it. All right, at the end of the day, y'all supposed to be, my first question I want to throw at you in this. So y'all believe that Jesus is supposed to be coming back in the east. Okay, he's supposed to crack the sky in the east. All right, y'all supposed to say that. I keep asking the question, can never get an answer. Where is hell? Okay, is it in the center of the earth? Is it beneath the earth? Do you go in between? Because if you fall, you got to fall through the other side eventually. Okay, okay. So y'all answer that one. All right, those of you that in there. So, and if Jesus is coming back, okay, and he's supposed to come back in the east. So, is east predicated on where you standing at the time? Okay, because I can turn around this way if I'm on one part of town, and that's facing
but
east.
Doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter. That was my point. Hold on. And I get that. And it really doesn't matter because it's not solving the issue of humanity. Yeah, bottom line. Okay, matter. You can have all of these belief factors. You can look. I can't do all of this, guys. I've studied. I don't bring it up if I haven't studied it at some point across my life. I know Charles has studied it. Because he studied, and I know you have. Charles has studied world religion. Okay, he understands. This is why the position that he and I take in a lot of these things that a lot of y'all may not agree. I don't give a damn if you believe it or not. Okay, my thing is if you need to study everything other than the Bible. Okay, please. All right, please. Let's just not even go there. Okay, so the evangelical / whatever they did want to believe. Okay, so they believe just for the clarity, so I know what I'm talking about. They go to the Book of Revelation and they're still waiting for a new Jerusalem to descend out of the heavens down and rest itself on the property area of Jerusalem. Okay, at that particular point. So if we're looking for this great city that has been spoken of, which is on a dream, okay, if you understand that John had on the island of Patmos, okay, but you don't understand the biblical history, all right? It was the island of Patmos, okay, this is where all of this stuff out of Revelation comes from, okay? He was already influenced by Greek influences, okay? He was already influenced by Greek mythology. This is where the dragon comes up out of the water, okay, and consumes, okay, and all of the things that you want to receive to that other enemy that y'all like to bring a part of your life, okay, that you blame your lack of responsibility on, you blame it on that thing. We don't talk about it in our household, okay? So I could go on, all right? I could, all right? But here's the thing. Are we solving the problem that is in humanity with all of those belief systems? Hell to the no. Bottom line. Okay, there's no solution being offered, like you just said. There's no solution being offered. There's no reason to put because I want to push an agenda. Okay, and I want to push my agenda. My agenda keeps everybody in line with my belief systems. Okay, you can't be straight and have 2 women. Okay, I understand. You can't be gay and have 3 men. I mean, it's funny. Okay, at the end of the day, you can't be whatever and be in a barren womb because your child is dying inside of you. You can't have that removed, okay? Whatever the case may be. Like on this show, I'm not. I am pro-life as a person, okay? That is my area. But at the end of the day, it's not my responsibility to share what goes on inside a family between a husband and wife, or two men, or 2 women, or whatever the case may be that decide to have children, okay? And something goes in the process that child can't come forward, okay? It is not my place, nor it is your place to tell those people how to live their lives. So all of those things that we are making gods, okay, over, all right, the responsibility of developing the love that needs to happen in humanity. Okay, I'm done. So I hope that kind of covered everything in one shot. Charles, you go ahead.
I'm at a loss. I feel like there's a sheep mentality that's going on. Oh, God, nobody wants to be a leader or even an independent thinker. Everybody wants to follow everybody. I used to debate with people about religion, and I said, the only reason we followed is because we feel like somebody we trusted, our grandparents, our moms, our dads, our aunts. People we trusted followed it, so we followed because we feel like they would never follow it if it wasn't good for us. But they didn't even know. They followed it because somebody else followed it. Absolutely. Nobody's ever sat down and researched it, read over it, found out where all this stuff comes from, if it's true or not. They just has, as my dad used to always say, faith is blind. It has no sight. So you just believe, you believe. It don't matter what nobody say, you just believe. And that's how a lot of folks are. They're just tied in, all hook and sinker because the belief system. Yep.
You know, culturally, the church was our source of information. It was our source of getting together, and it was the only place for African Americans to be human beings, number one, because there was no other place for us to go. We couldn't go anywhere and be full, whole human beings. You had to be in the church. The Black church was such a significance to our culture because after slavery, where could we have gone? You know, we were considered 3/4 of a human being, and still is to this day. I hate to say it. Cases, right? No, to a lot of cases, because you know what? To be honest with you, as much as I want to believe, I still want to believe that there are people who don't condone that, but there are some. Well, hey, it depends on how you would think about this, but there are people out there who would rather see us not as Americans and not as full citizens of this country. But going back to the church, the Black church, including religion itself, has lost me because of the fact that because of this power they still have over the community, they are not still teaching the truth. The truth is that we as humanity, we're still going through bits of the mental illness. There are lots of broken homes that they like to kind of guise over. There are situations of unwedded pregnancies that are still being looked over. It's just the fact that but humanity is still moving, and there's still the church is still lying to us in ways of trying to make it seem like, well, you know, God is, well, you know what, like I say, God to you is in control. But we as man that God has created, God has given us some form of free choice.
No, all free choice.
Well, hey,
your will is your will. Okay,
He gave us free choice, and I'll put it out there. At the end of the day, what you are doing, like, hey, we just talked about it before this show. You didn't go vote. You voted for this man. You voted for Kamala. We've all made a choice to where we wanted our world to end up at, and the choice is where it is right now. And hey, at the end of the day, God, you say He is still in control, but the facts are the facts. The church has lost a lot of the youth because of the fact that they're still hiding behind that damn veil. That it was, you know, they're still hiding behind a veil of secrets, of fake morality, of fake.
Wow, you just brought up another teaching right there.
You know, go ahead. It's just the fate of puritanical hell. Because we're all not perfect in this beast. And I wish people will understand that pastor that stands behind that pulpit, he ain't no damn God. That's the problem. They're looking for a man. They're looking for a leader. And some of these people have found their leader in Trump.
Yeah, true.
Because they're still looking for men to guide them. And you can only guide yourself. We're all trying to find our way, but people Charles was saying, would love to give up responsibility and accountability to somebody, and they're going to give it up to this fool.
Right. Well, you know, and again, you unpacked a whole lot there.
A whole lot I was trying to get out.
But that's okay, because I mean, really, that's what needs to be said. You know, at the end of the day, this is why the Truth Behind the Truth platform is where it is. I say for the past 5 years, you have an opportunity to agree or disagree. Number one thing is that we hope that you're starting to share the show, because it does open up a dialogue to help you as an individual to improve your way. You don't have to agree with what we're saying, but I promise if you check it out, you'll find out to be the truth behind the truth. That's why the show's named that. Okay, you don't hear this stuff concept. All these other internet possibility shows, whatever you want to call them, out here. You don't hear this kind of conversation, all right? Because we want you as humanity to find yourself, find your individuality. We talked about Kamala. We gave you our inside outs about Kamala. We gave you inside out about that other person, and you've made your decision. So at that point, because you've made that decision, you have to be accountable for what comes out of that decision at the end of the day. So this is what we're saying. Now you'll hear us elaborate about these different ones, and we're going to kind of transition and talk about, thank goodness, that clown that was pre-elected, the Matt Gaetz, which I don't even know how that name even just came up. Period. Okay. I swear they know me. I don't like calling people anything that has to do with that defeated foe, but I'm gonna have to say it for that man. That man looked like a demon. Okay, he looked straight up like a demon. Okay, you look his eyes. He looks like that he is possessed by something that ain't right. Okay,
it's more like Beavis and Butthead to me.
There you go. There you go. So, and I'm glad that it has got to the point that nobody was going to confirm him as that, because that would have been another area that we had to get on. It was becoming a shit show. All right, at the end of the day. So I'm glad that
I think
Gaetz
that
is
was
gone.
very telling, though, because I think Trump was testing the waters with Matt Gaetz. I think, honestly, he wanted to see how far the Republicans were going to allow him to, as far as he could go with that appointee. But to be honest with you, that in itself, if you believe in some form of the government pushing back on this narrative, I think that was the first step.
Right.
To be honest with you, but there's still a whole lot more other steps.
A whole lot
because
more.
To be honest with you, this man is going to test the waters.
Right. So, and I'm glad that this happened as on the Republican side. Is that they are making the stance, so that it is saying some things to us that they are still responsible Republicans that are around there. But they have been. That sector of the Republican Party is not the one that was on board with him and what he's doing in the first place. These are the other ones. You got whatever the ones out there. They want to push their necessarily own agenda. So they figure that if they keep supporting his idea, that anything that they want to pass, he's going to do an executive order to get it done. So that could be true in theory.
Well, he at least hired one black person.
Oh, did he? Oh,
yeah. You want to know who it was?
Yeah, please find that one person.
But he hired instead of Byron and Tim Scott and then Candace Owens and Angela Stanton, he didn't hire none of them mouthpieces.
All the butt kissers.
He didn't hire none of them mouthpieces, but he hired Scott Turner.
Okay. He hired Swami.
Who? Oh, that ain't black, honey. He's considered considered white. I hate to say it, he Indian, but he's considered. He's Asian. But they are considered
Asian.
White.
Where did he get Asian?
Well, he Indian. Indians are Asians.
Yeah,
they are Asians.
Oh, okay.
But Scott Turner is the only black person to be appointed within this cabinet. He is the former executive director of the White House Opportunity and Revitalization Council. Okay. Now he's over Ben Carson's old department.
Well, that's good. I mean, let's give him that credit because Ben Carson
did
shit.
He's over the urban division.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The black division.
Oh, shoot. Well,
nothing else. He's over the hub division.
Let's go back just a little bit in time.
The project division.
Right.
The project division.
So let's just go back a little bit in time. So you always had to have somebody of your own color to keep you in line.
That's right.
Okay, so anyway, that's all I'm gonna say.
That's right.
That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna travel on that road, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Can y'all see this picture? I want to show you this picture. Probably y'all. He looked like a football player. Yeah. I think he might have been a football player. This is Scott Turner. He is the only black appointee that's been hired. No, he's now been hired. He's the only. Okay. So he's a black dot and a pool of white faces.
Okay, that's the
truth.
Well,
the truth behind the truth. Right. Am I lying?
No, you're not.
Am I lying?
You're not.
This is the truth behind the truth.
Right.
This is what you voted for.
Right.
You voted for this man to only hire a black face for an urban division. That's like Charles being hired at this all-white record company, and you're over the R&B division. and everybody else is white over the pop and country and everything division, but there's only this one black face in the boardroom. That's the urban division. He deals with the black talent.
Hasn't it been like that most of the time anyway? Silently spoken. I mean,
Quincy Jones was up. Wait a minute now. Quincy Jones kind of
leave Daddy Jones alone. Now we ain't gonna bring him in.
Jones.
We ain't gonna bring Daddy Jones in.
Didn't he he integrate that? I mean, he was over the jazz and pop and stuff over there in Mercury Records.
Don't put Daddy Jones in this now. I love Daddy Jones. Now, Daddy Jones did a lot of things.
I hope
we can't bring Daddy Jones into this.
That family better be lawyered up.
We can't bring the dirty Daddy Jones into this. All right, let Daddy Jones be revealed if that's necessary. Right. Daddy Jones on the other side, he done met up with Dinah Washington. He got back with Sarah. Yeah, there with Billy Einstein. He's there with everybody else. Right? So let Daddy Jones stay there. All right,
because the Diddy file's gonna come out soon.
Stop.
Everybody A-list been a lawyer up because they trying to get the Diddy list out. So it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. They trying to get Trump to get the Diddy list and Epstein list out. Now, ain't that something? You think he's gonna do it?
Yeah,
y'all think he's gonna do it?
Well, not long as he ain't
because he on there. He on there. He don't want to be on there.
Every level of that. So well, anyway, let's move on from that. Okay, we're not going to bring that into the conversation right now. It'll be appropriately needed at the right time. If it is the real, we won't open up any cans of worms.
There's no more meat meals around.
Okay. Anyway, so moving on. So in that vein, okay, we did do a little quick shift. So we're going to take a jump into the entertainment just for a minute. Okay. So in People Magazine that came out this week, Charles, you pop that up for me real quick. Denzel was in conversation over Kevin Spacey's. I have to say alleged, and when you're on live, not that one, the other one. No, not that one. We're not talking about the Gladiator yet, but it's part of what we're going to go with. But so it came up in conversation. Okay, let's back it up. All right. So what has happened in the past week? Okay, so because Gladiator 2 has been released this particular weekend, as well. So it has been this big controversy that Denzel kissed a man in the film. All right. So y'all losing y'all mind because Denzel kissed a man in the film. It got so much pushback that what's his name? The director, very popular, decided that they edited that version out of the one that was going to hit the theaters in a major way. So, but that version, okay, is going to be released. Okay, but it probably won't be released.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. So that part that it won't be released, probably they do. This is allegedly when they do the DVD list, probably later next year, whatever, so to come out, so it will be everything. So Denzel's position, of course, was, "What the hell are y'all talking about?" Basically, I'm paraphrasing. It's like, I'm an actor. Okay, there was a role. This was the period of time that this, the kiss happened between two men. You see, again. We don't understand Roman culture.
I ain't over my answer this foolishness that you talking about. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna interrupt you right now because, to be honest with you, this is bullshit.
But it's the stuff
no, but it's bullshit because at the end of the day, this is these United States of America, right? We're still living and we still have people in this country that don't want to believe that actors, this is what they do, this is what they're supposed to do. They want to believe that this is the person.
Right.
Him kissing a man, this is now they're trying to buck break Denzel Washington.
Well,
they're trying to industry. That's it. They're trying to industry not harass, but they're trying to make him feel some type of way because now
leave it up, Charles. Leave it up, Charles. Go ahead.
He kissed this man. My thing is, why is this so goddamn important? What is so important about the fact that he put lips on another man?
When you don't have anything to do with your own individual life, you have to find something else
that's
going
on
with. Or there is a lot of guilt coming out of your life. So hey, you know what? Let's put Denzel on the spotlight. Hold on, let me finish the point. That you have to put Denzel on blast because of a role. It's the same thing he went through when he was in what's the other movie?
It's bullshit.
Well, hold on. The what's his other movie? The one he won, Training Day. Okay, so the same thing he was ridiculed with in Training Day. Okay, so here it is. I'm gonna say the Black evangelical community, church folk. Okay, said, "Oh my God, I have to clutch my pearls because Denzel cursed. He showed another side of himself that he should be, and he professes to be a Christian." And Denzel simply said, "I'm an actor. and I have a role to play. And if you don't like it, then find you something else to do with your life.
And they're not going to spend their black dollars. They're not going to. Some of these folks are not even. I hear what you're saying, but they're not going to spend their money to go see this.
Point. Okay, here's the thing. So but it goes into lack of understanding, lack of knowledge. What we started the show talking about and being hidden in the fact. So here's the thing: you got to blame another actor for his role. He's playing a role, people. Okay, the role required this action. Okay, so then in People Magazine, they asked him the question, which they're leading up to: did he have any idea that Kevin Spacey was gay? Denzel said, I had no damn idea, because guess what? I mind my own damn business. It's basically what he said. Okay, so Kevin Spacey being gay, and if you were following Kevin Spacey and he thought he was straight, good for you. If you found out that he was gay, good for you. Okay, so leave this shit alone. Stop making comments about stuff you have no idea on social media platforms, okay? Because you start a firestorm and stuff, shut the shit down. If you don't like the fact that that Denzel's playing the gay role, shut the fuck up and let him do his role, and you don't play the gay role yourself. That's the bottom line. All right, at the end of the day. Stop all this stuff. So wait a minute, let me finish. So we're gonna I don't know. Go ahead, Charles. We'll move on to the next movie. Go ahead.
I actually don't have no feelings about it, because I feel like everybody's worried about the wrong damn thing all the time, so it don't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
This is still the situation where this is a rhetoric that still won't go away, especially with those. Especially with those, because it's always got to be a situation, and I know it's being pushed by either black social media, black Twitter, whatever you want to call it,
black church.
That too, but it doesn't really matter that, because they're not going to spend their money to go see it anyway.
Right.
The saddest thing about it is these people will never be satisfied. Now they're mad at Cynthia Erivo because now she's a black woman in green. She's a black woman in green face. They were mad at The Color Purple because they didn't like the fact that now they were going to bring back a story that was going to beat up on black men. So that, and then at the end of the day, whether you're going to support it or not, it doesn't require all of this stupidity. It really doesn't. But we understand what you're trying to get at, because, like you say, there's an agenda that needs to be pushed.
Right.
There are people who are still pointing fingers at the LGBTQIA+ for trying to push some type of narrative onto their children. We are of the boogeyman to a lot of people, especially to the church people. The saddest thing about this situation is there's going to be, because of this narrative, because of this fear mongering, we're riding down a bumpy road into whatever craziness now that they have put into this White House because of this fear mongering, and they ain't got to really worry about the LGBTQIA+ anymore. They're gonna have to worry about these neo-Nazis and these David Dukes. That's true.
So we'll transition into that. We'll come back to that in a minute. So back into the entertainment world just for a second. Now, you did bring out the point about the situation with Cynthia Erivo. Okay, we tried to go see the movie tonight. All right, so I'm just letting you know. Okay, you've seen it once. I've seen it four times. I saw the play 4 times for remarkable, beautiful play. It was wonderful. It had changed a lot of people's lives. Okay, y'all dig it into shit y'all ain't got no business digging into. This woman has already being because of the role, she's already been considered for an Oscar. All right, in advance. The movie will probably win boatloads of awards. In particular, go see the movie and shut the hell up. Okay, and about what this woman is doing. She's an actor. Okay, do you know how many auditions that they went through to pull her and the celebratory part of this woman and what she's doing in this role? Okay, y'all need to stop. Get the hell out of people's lives. This woman is an actor. She's a green woman in this film. Go for it. Okay. Idina Menzel kicked off the role, okay, in the beginning on Broadway, was a green woman. Was it different because she was a white woman putting on green makeup? No. Come on. Really? You guys let them stay their ass at home. Okay. Look, the film ain't gonna hurt. Trust me, if they don't even go, the film is already slated to make more money in its opening weekend ever. Okay, stay your ass home and don't go, but get off of social media and stop giving comments on something you ain't never seen. Okay, at the end of the day, remarkable film, remarkable soundtrack, remarkable period. Okay, and in this case, gonna be a remarkable acting. All right, and then we'll probably give it a remarkable Oscar for it. I'll let you know. We won't be here next week, but we're here next. I'll let you know how it was and let you know. And I'm gonna tell you it's good. All right. So then we're gonna move on to your point. What was the other? Gladiator 2. Can you put that up for me real quick? So the helping you understand, okay, Roman culture, real roots. Okay, so it's got Denzel on the top. Denzel's the lead in this. Okay, so he's taking on the role of a Caesar. Okay, at the end of the day, Caesars kissed men. Okay, so
does it even matter?
No, it doesn't matter. But you got to tell people that they don't understand stuff because they don't know the history. Okay, if they knew the history, they'd understand. If they knew Roman culture, they'd understand. You know, and
we're
so much.
We're going into the abyss where Roman.
Bitch. That's right.
We're going into a Roman situation where how did Roman fall over the fact of greed and corruption?
Okay.
We're going into that soon. So I mean, I hate to say it, take the gay stuff out of it, but we're going into a Rome situation
because
we're going into a decline anyway.
Right. Well, you can't take the gay stuff out of it because I'm being funny. But all of the allegiances. Number one, if you studied Roman history, okay, and understand what they don't. Okay, then you'd probably understand a little bit about the biblical history if you understand Roman history, okay, and where the things devolved in Rome because of the culture of this group of people that there were. Now, I ain't gonna get on the Bible study about teaching you about Rome. Okay, you call me up on that number if you want to know a little bit more. All right, but I challenge you. Okay, to do your world history, you biblical pushing Bible people. All right, then you'll get a better understanding of what you should believe and what you shouldn't believe, and what propaganda is being pushed at you. The Roman influence was 90% of where biblical influence came from, period. Okay, and if I'm wrong, call me and tell me I'm wrong, but I'm not. Okay, tell me I'm not. All right, and then roll from that particular point. So anyway, let me move on because I don't want to get into that tonight. I don't. Go ahead with your next point. That Charles got his point going on.
Depending on the subject matter that we're talking about.
Yeah, no, you had something you wanted to bring up a second ago.
To be honest with you,
you're talking about the administration.
Well, hey, at the end of the day, going back to what you were saying with this entertainment situation is now become a luxury to talk about bullshit right now because at the end of the day, I'm like this. We're going into a new phase. We're going into a situation where we don't know where this country is going to head.
That's true.
And the saddest thing about it is that we're still having people being outed because of their sexuality, which is ridiculous now. That's not even important. This singer Khalid, that's not important.
Oh, who's that?
It's not important because it's ridiculous. You got the situation with Denzel kissing another man. That's ridiculous.
Right.
The fact is that you got people who are angry that this woman is wearing green face is ridiculous. It's all a distraction. It's a distraction from the fact.
I'm sorry. Be clear. It's green body, not just face. Okay.
Well, at the end of the day, it's still a pure distraction from the simple fact that this right here is not even worth the energy because now we don't know if entertainment is going to start being censored right now. Okay. Do you follow where I'm going?
Yeah.
With the situation that now we're going more into a conservative, autocratic situation, it's going to come up. It's going to come up about a situation where we are not going to see great entertainment or pure entertainment anymore.
Probably entertainment cut.
I'm just saying for those actors and singers who are out there trying to still, do what they do, they better start getting their ducks in line because to be honest with you, we don't know where the conservative movement is going to start roaming their little, hands into because I'm telling you, when stuff like this is happening, all things start changing.
Yeah.
So I feel like at the end of the day, they better be, if Denzel kissing me and this is happening right there before eyes, hey, you better soak it all up because all of this stuff is going to start going away little by little. You're not going to be probably seeing sex on television anymore. You might go back to seeing us in two different beds, or one woman a woman in the bed and a husband in the next bed.
Well, that's probably what they want anyway.
It will happen because you have people who don't want to see that on TV still.
Right.
And you have a government that's willing to want to change up everything because of what they believe that this is the America that I want to see. I want to see an I Love Lucy 2.0 where the man is telling his wife, I don't want you to cut your hair. A woman should never cut her hair. That is coming back. Because I was watching one of those episodes last night. I was watching I thought about it. I said, this Cuban man telling this white woman in the 50s, I'm just saying, now just think about this. A Cuban man telling this white woman, Lucy, you cannot cut your hair. You are a woman. And I know they had to cut deep in some of these white men. That's why I feel like Lucille Ball is talked over Desi Arnaz. You don't hear nothing about Desi Arnaz. You hear more about Lucille Ball, and there's a reason for it. Because they were never going to give that Cuban man any type of light. But the fact that he told her that at that time, it's coming back. My body, my choice. That's the new fate. That's the new motto right now with these men. Your body, my choice.
Wow,
it's coming back.
Speaking of Lucy, I am an I Love Lucy fan, just like I'm with the Golden Girls. I mean, I can put I Love Lucy all over and over again. But and if you're not or whatever, I mean, I can't. Maybe I'll do the research and get back to you guys at another time what episode that this was. But there was a very strong episode that Lucy did on one of the I Love Lucy shows about women's rights. Remember that day? I think we were looking at that women's right, and she stopped very plainly on camera, and she said, "Women do have rights." And I think she was standing at the fireplace or something because Daisy said something about that, and she was like, "Oh, no, this is not right." So, and you have to understand the mindset of television in the 50s when this was being stated. It was very controversial at that point. They almost tried, in that statement, they almost tried to get the show to cancel the show, but it had so much great ratings that they could not sacrifice it and allow it to happen because of the statement that she stated, at that particular time. So I know you say like going back, we can't go back. It becomes the new norm of us moving forward. It has a representation of what was.
Middle America might think it's different.
Reason I say you can never go back. It becomes something that you're doing now. So it has a representation of what
we cater to Middle America. Television and entertainment caters to Middle America. Do you agree, Charles?
Yeah.
They cater to these people, to these people because they believe
that's true.
They believe that these people are the core audience of American entertainment. And the saddest thing about it is it could go back if they give full power back to that.
But I understand what you're saying. But we can never go back. It's something that we start moving forward. That's all I'm saying. We can't say what you can't say going back. We can't go back. You know what I'm saying? We always do the ideas that they may have revised from a certain period in life, but we can't say going back. It's always something moving forward. So moving forward, they're gonna start, hopefully not putting women in cases. I mean, moving forward, this is going to be a situation. Moving forward, this is going to be like,
they're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to be surprised by the fact that the American people, especially those out there, middle America, can compartmentalize progressive ideas over their conservative ideas. Because at the end of the day, these people are saying to the fact that them putting this man back into this White House, that I want America to be great again. What does America look like to them?
America's already great.
Hold on now. Right. What does America look like to them?
Well, I get it.
A white picket fence, a father and a husband and a wife and some kids.
2 kids and a dog.
Hey.
And a gerbil.
They want that to come back. And they will fight tooth and nail with some of these industry Hollywood execs. Mm-hmm. This is what we want to see. Whether you want it, whether you like it or not, they're going to expand their hands, their all of this into everything that we're going to listen to. Mm-hmm. I won't be surprised to this because they have did this before. And to be honest with you, now that they have the platform, they're going to do this. What was it? The lady's name? Candace from The View. Remember Candace from
Candace Bure? Candace Bure?
It was that her name that she used to run Hallmark.
Yes, she's still connected to Hallmark.
She might come back. I'm just saying, this type of situation.
That was a mess right there.
This type of situation is going to come back. You're going to have that type of rhetoric.
You can't say come back.
Well, hey,
it will be the norm moving forward.
All right.
Okay. It may have representation of that, but it is something. This is why we discussed earlier about the biblical understanding. This is why they want biblical situations to go back, but you can never go back.
Yeah.
So that's in a reverting time, and that's not in the realm of possibility. So this will be the new norm. The new norm may be representation of something that has happened in the past, but we can never go back to, a situation. You can never go back. You can't. It's not possible. Then that means life changes, and and you get younger. I get older, you get younger, whatever.
So you're just saying that for the simple fact of us, that word going back is not going to be the reality of anything. It's just we're going to still keep pressing forward, even though they're going to give us what we've been,
what we've seen
before.
Absolutely.
So, Charles, how you feel about it?
I want to go home. Hey, I look at it like this,
Okay.
There's that FA. What is it? The FAFO.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Find out, and that's what's about to happen. But the sad part is, as me and my mom discussed, we're gonna let them see all of what they voted for, but we're gonna get affected too. We can't do nothing but just sit back and ride the ride.
That's true. That's like I said. Like they're all gonna look like.
You might see Roseanne back on television again.
Oh Lord.
Hey, ain't no telling. They took Martin Luther King's picture out of the the arc. Oh man, that place in DC, the historical archives.
Smithsonian.
No, not Smithsonian. It's another one. They got all the archives of history.
Oh yeah.
They took his picture and replaced it with Nixon shaking hands with Elvis.
I'm not surprised.
See, and y'all letting this stuff go by.
I was gonna say, and I hate to say this, but even my son made a statement. I wanted to reach to the phone, choke him. I voted for Trump because he's business. It's all about the business. America needs to get, and I wanted to reach to there and say, I'm like that old saying, I brought you out, I'll take you out. Because I think I need to take you out of here. Because that was the most stupidest thing. I said, son, have you ever seen a business he succeeded in? No, but he's basically a business guy. He handles the art of the deal. I said, man, you might as well just go out there and read a comic book. You have no information whatsoever.
That's none. Pure ignorance because of the fact that he didn't do his due diligence and do research. That man has had many businesses, from Trump Meat to Trump University,
airlines
to Atlantic City.
Everything's failed.
All of them were just combust. It all blew up in his face.
Everything failed. Nothing succeeded.
And then he has utilized Chapter 13 for the government to pay all of his debts back. The only thing he ever succeeded in was The Apprentice.
And
that's
not his, and that wasn't his. Even people who produced the show, they're on the apology tour saying they're upset that they sold him so well because he's not a very good businessman. They made him up and marketed him in order for him to have the show. But in essence, he was a horrible businessman. They used to get into it all the time on the show, and that they were the ones who made him famous because of the show. And now they apologize and say, we wish he'd never done that.
But you know what? After the Twin Towers fell, he made this statement and said that if he would have built those towers, they would have never failed.
He would never get built.
That too. But he said that he wanted to build those Twin Towers years ago. They fought. He said him and his dad was trying to get on that project, but they gave it to that Asian man, and because they gave it to him, them towers fell. Now that he did say, he did say that.
He also said he saw the Muslims out in the street cheering on the buildings. Then he realized he had to take that back because nobody else saw that but him. He's the only one saw it.
But you know what? The saddest thing about your son and some other group of young folks that just don't care to do due diligence or don't care about anything at all but their pocketbooks. They have sold themselves and everybody down shit stream. And they're not even thinking about it. They're not thinking about the effects of what's going to happen. It's just like, okay, my man is in. He's in there. He's gonna do everything I asked him to do. I voted for him to do. But I'm saying to this woman this morning, you didn't vote for Trump by himself. You voted for the Heritage Foundation. You voted for Moms for Liberty. You voted for the evangelical right. You voted for the Ku Klux Klan and neo-Nazis, the Proud Boys,
white nationalists.
You voted for all of these oligarchs. And the saddest thing about it is you don't understand that everybody that you voting for this man voted against your own freedom, your whole totality as a person of authenticity, of not being the European status quo that they are looking for in this country, because this country is going to go into an English-speaking country by itself. The man, there were some people in the comment section that said, I cannot wait to not have to hear press 1 for English and press 2 for Espanol.
Oh, wow.
this is his supporters, and they're begging him to have this country to be an English-speaking country. And I hate to say this though, but them Hispanic voters, they voted for that too. Keep it moving.
They did.
The hanging of black men is on the rise.
Their own demise.
The hanging of black men is on the rise. There's cases popping up every week of them finding the young black men hung. So they wouldn't even pass the lynching bill. It's been up there for at least a good 7-8 years, and they won't pass it.
Well, in the South, they did the national one, but that was the Emmett Till bill. The federal level of that. That was the Emmett Till bill that took them 60 years to do, but they got Juneteenth done in 1 month. But I won't go into that.
But that's going to be eradicated once that man gets in there, because he's gonna turn everything over like he did when he went in there the first time with all of Obama's stuff. He just tossed it over. So with Biden, it's going to be, we might not see Juneteenth. We might not have Black History Month because it's too progressive and it's too woke.
I don't want to
get it's just the fact is, this man, there's not going to be no need for diversity anymore, because of the fact that your son and my brothers probably, and some other group of idiots, they have voted diversity out of everything. So there won't be no equal standing anywhere. There won't be. And I hate to say it though, but there are going to be some gay people who are going to bypass all of this, called gay white men. See, if you hate gay people, you shouldn't hate gay black or gay Hispanic anything. I hate to say this, and I hate to put this out on my show, but if you hate gay people, you might as well just go out and say that you hate gay white men, because those are the ones who a lot of them probably did vote for Trump. Some probably voted for Kamala, but they voted for Trump because they know as white men, they're going to get what they can up out of this situation, whether they gay or straight.
Right. Yep. Right. That's true. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I put it out there because, to be honest with you, because let me tell you this, when J. Edgar Hoover, when he had the FBI, he had a gay division. The only way he can infiltrate anything that was not American, he used the gay division to blackmail his politicians, to blackmail world leaders. He had a way of using gay white men and gay anything. The fact is, that's why I laugh at the fact that Black folks are still fighting LGBT, because I'm like, y'all, this is really ridiculous. I'm just saying, and I know everybody is not I hate to put it out there like this, but the fact that you fighting us is not going to help your situation. I'm sorry that you slept with a man that was on the DL, or you slept with a woman that was on the DL. That's not my problem. Right. I didn't do that. Right. I didn't want you to be with no DL anybody. I want you to be happy. I want you to have a family and be happy. I don't want you to be with anybody that, I'm just saying, you're fighting the wrong enemy. The enemy is that man who seems to love blonde hair and a narrow nose and want everything to be white and everything to be right.
Well, you fight your own enemy within.
Hey, you got to fight somebody. You got to be on top of somebody. And to be honest with you, there are some people who are oppressed who would love to oppress others. And hey, that's what's going to kill this nation. Yep. That's going to kill these United States of America. You got people who just want to oppress somebody because it makes them feel bigger and better. And the church is another situation. I don't even want to go into that conversation, but the fact is the facts. There's always somebody who wants to be on top of somebody, and and plus capitalism has did that too as well. Competition. I got to compete, but now that you put this man in office, I don't know how we're gonna compete.
Right. Well,
I just don't see us. These schools, these jobs, they're gonna be hard to get into.
It really is. I've just been listening, to you guys. It really is. It's a desperate time. It really is. But like we have started this series out, we started on election night, and talk about these things. It's down to your personal responsibility and the plan that you're setting in place for you and your family at the end of the day. Some of us Some of us, we working on an exit strategy. Okay,
you know, just say that out loud.
No, don't you can't. Don't know my exit strategy is. You know, I want you to know I'm planning to get my ass out of here if something ain't right.
What you talking about? What's going on? What's an exit strategy? We're going to exit out the building tonight.
Right, exactly. One day we're actually going to see a movie, but
I don't know about.
But anyway, but everybody should have some sort of strategy being planned for their life. Okay, I would never thought that I would ever have to say this in this country, you know, as a whole, and I would never think that we would be in the position of Russia or China or King Jong Poo. You know, I would have never thought that we would, as a country, that we'd be leaning in the direction of having somebody that leads this country in a autocratic, you know, king, dictator, you know, position. And America, you got to ask yourself a question: if hopefully it doesn't happen that way, but if it does, you should be prepared to ask yourself the dumb ass question: how did I allow this to happen? That should be, because at the end of whatever is going on and whatever may allegedly happen moving forward is because you all have allowed it to happen. You have lit the flame, not the flame, but on a bomb. What do you do? Lit the whatever thing is called, and you lit it. It's burning. Now, if it gets to the bomb and blows up, okay. If you come in with a bucket of water to burn it out, amen for you. All right. But if it gets to that particular level of what is going on, you really need to draw a pause and ask yourself, what did I do? What did I do? How did I allow this to happen? How did I allow my daughter's daughter, okay, not to have the freedom of choice? How did I allow the benefits of that, what my son and his partner or husband or whatever, to be removed from them as the human beings that they are? You should be not so concerned about what they're doing behind closed doors. At the end of this, like you don't want to be exposed behind what's going on closed doors, because I could really expose that heterosexual behaviors that are horrendous that y'all do. Okay. But you want to know what gay people do, but you don't want to get exposed by what you do. It's some crazy shit, I'm going to tell you. All right. But here's the thing. I think that everybody really needs to take a step back. Y'all need to breathe. Y'all need to realize is that we're in a very difficult point as a country and as the human beings that we are created to be. Now, if you are evangelical, if you're a titangelical, or whatever you want to call yourself, you're still a human being. And at the end of the day, if you haven't realized that your human responsibility to one another and to the person that is your next door neighbor or even in your house, if you think that you're better than that person, you probably deserve to be where you are and going through what you're about to go through. Okay. And not being able to spare yourself from that or your family because of the decision that you made. Life is about decisions. Life is about accountability, and life is about responsibility. Okay, if you're not maintaining or living your life in that realm, time to start. Okay, it's been a great night with you guys. You know, as always, you know, we were. Thank you for that, Charles. Y'all mentioned about Judith Jameson as well. Let me mention that real first. I'll do it at the closing. But yeah, Judith Jameson left us a little over a week ago. I think it's about 2 weeks. But she was one of the most prolific dancers, you know, that were, you know, remaining around, that really danced from the essence of her soul. She started out with the Alvin Ailey dancers in New York. She moved in the dance circuit and set such a powerful name for an African American woman during the time she did it. Okay, because she was right back. I don't know if you guys knew about Alvin Ailey, but he was the one of the greatest artistic directors that ever hit the dance circuit, you know. And of course, the Alvin Ailey dancers were true that toured the country every typically Black History Month. They toured several places in the country. If you haven't seen the Alvin Ailey dancers, I will really encourage you to take the opportunity.
A lot of HBCUs utilize a lot of his his
dance moves.
Moves like the was it the
Revelation. That and Revelations. Revelations is one of his most powerful pieces. But Judas Jameson took over as artistic director when he transitioned out and maintained it up until her departure from here as well.
I'm surprised Jasmine God never got that.
Yeah. So we celebrate her. Well, of course, we celebrate his legacy and well. So we're bringing it back in. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. So, draw pause. Yeah, we mentioned a lot of things tonight, but they're really very, very important. To where life is in this country right now. I can't throw stones at you for voting for that person, just like you can't throw stones at who we voted for. All right. But each of us have to be responsible for the decision that we made in that portion of our life that we had to deal with. But that portion is only a continuation of what you're going to have to see each and every day of your life. You're voting every day. You're in a political platform each and every day. You're in a political platform when you get in your car to drive. You're in a political platform when you walk into work. You're in a political platform when you pay your cell phone bill. You're in a political platform for everything that you do. So don't just think that the politicism is over because an election is over. You elect to do things for your life every day. You make a personal election. You made a personal election to hate. You have made a personal election to like. Okay, you made it a personal election to love. You made it a personal not to love. Okay, you made it a personal election. I'm gonna say the last thing. You made it a personal election to worship where you worship. Okay, whether it's beneficial or not, that is the decision you made. You made an election to be able to do that. So you are always in the electoral process. All right, don't ever forget that. All right, so we'll see you back in 2 weeks. Right here on the Truth Behind Truth. We will not be here next week live. All right. We want to say to you, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Take an opportunity to celebrate your family. Okay. And find a bonding place. Find a bonding place where you are with your family. And if there's any discord because of different decisions or whatever the case may be, find a way to bond with your family again during this Thanksgiving. Okay. Because it's probably one of the most important Thanksgivings that you've probably seen in a long time.
Just do you, basically. If you divorce it, it's fine too.
Well,
if you divorce family, that's fine too. If you want to be around family, that's fine too. Just do you.
Just do you. Okay.
Just do you.
I'll let that be the last word.
That's right.
Just do you and enjoy your Thanksgiving and have a great time celebrating. And we will see you as we get ready to bring in Christmas. All right. Our favorite time of year will be letting you know when our annual Christmas show will be, but we'll talk about that as we get in that. But have a great rest of the week next week. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, and we will see you the week after Thanksgiving right here on what? The Truth. I'm sorry, do you have any wishes? I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. Do you have anything you want?
No.
Okay, you're good. Okay. All right. So we will see you in 2 weeks right here on what? The Truth Behind the Truth. Thank you, guys. I love you much, and we'll see you soon. Bye.